Yeah. Oh my goodness, it's so bitter. Oh my god. I don't like this. This tastes like an apple. Hey guys, welcome back to another week of Wine Down Wednesday. If you are new to my channel, I'm Brianna Alexis. Nice to meet you. Looking forward to meeting you and getting to know you as well. And if you are not new, thank you as always for returning. Just to catch all my newbies up to speed, Wine Down Wednesday is where we come together every Wednesday after a long day of work, school, whatever the case may be, and we like to have a glass of wine or whatever your choice of beverage is. It doesn't have to be wine. It could be tea, it could be the liquor if you've had that kind of day already. It could be water, whatever is going to comfort you. Go ahead, you get you a glass of that, and we just chat over various conversations, basically just about our week so far. I like to share some of my past experience and thoughts and feelings, basically just so that we can kind of like decompress a little bit, relax ourselves, kind of like renew ourselves, grow ourselves. Just to pick us up and give us a little bit more energy to get through the rest of the week. Today's wine is again that same brand that we had last week that I do not know how to pronounce. So I am going to once again put the title of the brand inside the description box. You guys can try to go sound that out, figure it out yourself. But it's the same brand, different blend. Last week we had the soft red blend. This week it's just red blend. And so I believe it's a mixture of Zephyr. Oh my gosh, I forgot already. Hold on, you guys. I'm gonna go figure it out. Okay, I'm back. So it is a combination of Zinfandel, Merlot, and then Cabernet Sauvignon. So it's like another red blend. The other one was a soft blend. This one's like the straight, hardcore red blend is what I'm assuming. And it does have 13.5% alcohol, so it is a little bit on the high end. So I got me a little glass. We ain't trying to do too much or whatever. But let's go ahead and do our taste test before we get started with our conversation for tonight. This one smells like red wine, okay? Smells like one of those red wines that you need to be drinking with your steaks. That's what it smells like. Woo! That's bitter. Y'all know how last week I was like, it wasn't bitter at all. This week, honey, this is bitter. Hold on, let me try it again. Ooh. That's bitter. Oh my gosh, I don't like bitter wine, y'all. I don't know if this is a fave or not. I don't know if I like this one. It doesn't taste bad, but it is bitter. And again, mine is chilled, so it definitely is gonna make a difference in the taste. I don't know. For those of y'all who like bitter wine, you may like this. I'm not a fan of bitter wine. However, I'm still gonna drink some. I'm still gonna drink it. Alright, but enough of the wine, you guys. Let's get into the video. First, I like to start off, of course, you guys know about just updating you on how my week's been so far, so that you can get a better idea of kind of like what's driving the conversation for tonight, where it's coming from. So I think last week I was telling you guys I didn't really have any updates. I was just really, last 2 days ago tired or whatever. Y'all, this week this week is completely different. Mentally, this week I would say I'm at like a 6, 5.5 or 6. I don't know. I've been very like down mentally, and I am the type of person that, for one, I'm a thinker. So I'm always thinking in like deep thoughts about just any and everything. And so whenever I am not doing my best mentally, the fact that I'm a thinker doesn't really help either, because it's like it takes my mood to a whole nother level. Like I can't just get like down or get sad and just, you know, still go throughout my day, like, you know, and like everything's okay. Me, when I get down in the mat, like in a mood, the overthinker in me takes it down even more of a level, to where, like, I don't know, almost like a depression. It's so annoying, and I really wish that it was not like that, but like I get so down to where my whole entire day is just disrupted. And that's how it has been for me this week. I've been just not in the mood. Like, today is Wednesday. Monday, it was so bad that like Monday, a friend had texted me and I just didn't respond back to them that whole entire day, because I just did not have the mental capacity to like even respond or communicate with other people. Like, that's how bad my moods get when I am in a mood. And I hate it so much because I'm so self-aware enough to know that like I'm in a mood, and like I'm aware enough of how I'm feeling and the way that I'm feeling. And so it's like I get in these moods and I'm conscious of that. I'm aware of that. And it's annoying because it's like I don't want to be in those spaces, and I try to like, you know, get myself out of those spaces and stuff like that. But it's like once I'm in a mood, I'm just in the mood, and there's no like coming out of it. I just have to like let it pass through on its own. And so that's how it's been this week. It's just been in a mood. I just been in a mood, not really feeling my best. And I honestly don't even know what the mood is even about, honestly. Like, I've been trying to think, like, what am I, like, in this mood for? And I really honestly don't even know. That's, like, another annoying part about being in my little moods, because, like, I can get into a mood and have absolutely no reason for being in that mood. It's like something, normally when that happens, it's like something triggers it, and I don't know what it is that even triggered me to put me inside of a mood. And so yeah, but that's just how I've been this week. That's the mood. That's like the mood of this week. Hopefully after this conversation, like I can let out. I feel like this conversation is gonna be a little bit of a rant, because again, I don't really know what put myself into the mood that I've been in this week. But I do have like a lot of thoughts and like feelings and stuff in my head. So I feel like this video is gonna be a little bit of a rant. Normally I like to come into these videos and like have a certain intention or like message to give you guys when I'm speaking about the stuff that I'm speaking about. To be honest, this video, I don't really have one. I feel like I'm just about to say what's on my mind, and at the end of it, I hope that I can get something to take away from it for myself, honestly, because it's one of those things where it's like I just need to talk out a couple things for myself. And then anything I tell you guys, I always practice myself too. So hopefully at the end of this video, I can get something out of it for myself. And I don't know, I guess take what you will from this video. I hope that something comes out of it, or if you're like feeling the same way that I'm feeling, or have some of the same feelings or same thoughts, I don't know, you just find it relatable and you find comfort in knowing that you're not the only one who feels that way, that other people feel that way too. So just wanted to put that out there first. Like, take what you will from this video. Of course, positives. Take something positive if you can from this video. And yeah. So one of the thoughts that I have been overthinking about while being in this mood is being a strong person. Being a strong person in everyone else's life. I say that I would consider myself to be like the strong person within like my circle, my environment, or whatever. Like, I'm the person out of the friend group and family who's always there to listen to people. I'm an extremely good listener. Like literally, people come to me, everyone comes to me to rant to me, to tell me their problems, to tell me how they're feeling and stuff like that. And I'm that person who's always there. I'm always going to make myself available for you. And I'm always going to be able to like take on whatever load that you have. Like I can handle it. I'm strong enough to do so. I don't mind doing it. So I like being there for other people, and I'm always there for other people. I'm the strong friend. Rarely do I ever speak out my own feelings or my own emotions to other people. Honestly, I don't even really feel like I even have a person that I can go to for my problems. I feel like I'm always a person for everybody else, but I don't necessarily have anyone for me. And for a while, I was okay with that because I just figured that like I can figure stuff out on my own. But I realize that I don't feel that way anymore. I feel like I wish I had someone that I can go to and talk to for my own, because like, yes, I am able and capable of like figuring things out on my own and dealing with my own problems, but I've reached the point where like I don't want to have to do that for myself anymore. I know I can do it. I've been doing it for so long now, but I've reached a point where like that's no longer something that I want to do. Like I want to be able to do what everybody does to me. Like everyone comes to me with their problems and rants to me with their problems, and like I want to be able to do, like I want to be able to have someone that I could do that to. Like I no longer want to carry on the burden of my own like emotions and feelings, because it's a lot. It's a lot, and it's draining emotionally and mentally, and it's just something that I just don't want to do anymore. Like I just want to give it to somebody else. And normally God is my go-to, and that still is my go-to, of course. It's always going to be my go-to. But you know, I still want to have that like physical someone in person that I can actually like vent to. And the problem that I have, or the reason that I feel like I don't really have anyone for that, is because I don't know. Again, I'm a thinker. I'm an overthinker at that. And so I don't think I'm an overthinker. I just think I'm a thinker. And so like I feel like the things that I am feeling, the things that I go through, the things that like bothers me or upsets me or puts me in a down mood is a lot deeper than like what other people come to me with their problems with. And I feel like because the things that I think and like deal with or go through are deeper, sometimes I feel like the people I have around me, like they wouldn't be able to like handle the things that I am feeling, or that I'm like having trouble with, or just needing like to vent about. I feel like the burdens that I have are a little bit more deeper than the burdens that people come to me with. And so because I feel that way, I just feel like the people I have around me, they won't be able to handle what I have to say or what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling. And saying that out loud actually to me sounds really bad, because I don't want to make it seem like no one else is stronger than I am, or like they're not capable, because that's not what I mean by all means. But like I just feel like it's a lot for me, and I know I'm strong and I can handle it, and it's a lot for me. So sometimes I'm hesitant to like open up and talk about certain things or say what's on my mind to the people that I have around me, because I feel like if it's a lot for me and I no longer want to handle it. I don't know, I just feel like it may be like to the extreme for the people that I have around me. And being out of consideration for them, you know, I don't want to put that burden on them either. Again, protecting, being there for other people, protecting other people. I feel like this is the struggles of a strong person. If you're that strong person, I don't know, is this relatable to you? Like, do you also feel the same way? Because this is the things that I be feeling. I just feel like not a lot of people know how to support me in a way that I need to be supported. That's the issue. That's the problem that I have with like trying to express things. Like, if I were to express something to someone about how I'm feeling, and like their response is like, oh, maybe you should like seek additional help or whatever. Like, to me, I take that as, okay, you don't know how to like support me in the way that I need supported. You're kind of just handing me off to somebody else to figure it out. For one, that's not a good feeling at all, because like I don't want to be felt like I'm just being handed off to somebody else to do it, because that tells me that like either you don't want to like, you know, help me or support me or whatever, or that like, again, it just verifies my assumption that you don't know how to, right? And then two is like, I don't necessarily think that I need additional help sometimes, because it's just a thought, it's just a feeling in the moment. It's not anything that's like constant. Like, sometimes I be thinking and feeling certain things just in that moment, and then like I would never feel or think about whatever that thought was or that feeling was ever again. It literally just be something like in the moment. The type of support that I need sometimes is just like somebody to like listen. Like, sometimes I just be feeling like the type of support I need is just for you to listen, or just for you to like reassure me that whatever I'm thinking or feeling is inaccurate. Because a lot of times the things that I'm thinking or feeling are like negative things about myself. And so I just need like for someone to like either just listen to me, or to like reaffirm to me that like the things that I'm thinking are inaccurate and it's not true, and that I'm just being negative Nancy. Or sometimes the support that I need is just like a challenge. Like, sometimes I like to be challenged, and so I feel like the support that I would need is just like to challenge my thoughts, like question me on why I'm thinking a certain way or why I'm feeling a certain way. Because then that will make me then ask myself those questions, and it will help me to kind of like dive in and like understand my feelings and thoughts a little bit more. And these are the things that I feel like I do naturally for other people. Like, when other people come to me with their problems and things like that, I feel like I naturally just know how to like support them in the way that they need supported. Like, I can tell when someone don't really need an advice or a suggestion or anything like that. They just need someone to listen to, and I'm that person that I can just listen to them. But I can also tell when someone may need like reassurance or like help processing their feelings, and I'm that person for them. Like, I can definitely reaffirm to them with like affirmations and things like that of what they're thinking, of their negative thoughts or what they're thinking. I can definitely sit there, ask a lot of questions, everybody knows. I can definitely sit there and like question and challenge why they're thinking that way, thinking the way that they're thinking, or feeling the way that they're feeling, to kind of help them to like process their feelings a little bit more, and get a better understanding of their emotions, their feelings. And I do that naturally. Sometimes people can tell me straight up like this is what they need, and I can still deliver. But I feel like naturally, I don't know, I'm very good on like vibes and energies and auras of other people, and I'm very observant too. So it's something that I can naturally do. And it frustrates me sometimes, because I feel like, or not I feel like, but like I wish that like that could be like common sense for other people when it comes to me, where like they just know how to support me. And sometimes it kind of irritates me a little bit that I have to like explain or tell people like how to like interact with me, or how to like support me, or how to like communicate with me, whatever. Like, sometimes I just feel like I just want people to just know, because I feel like I do that for other people, and I have to remind myself that like not everyone is like me. Not everyone has like the skills that I have to be able to do the things that I do for other people, and I have to like constantly remind myself that like I guess I have a unique skill, I guess, in a sense, and that the things that I'm able to do for other people are not really, it's not really a given. Like they're things that has to be taught to most people. But for me, it doesn't have to be taught. I can just naturally do that. And I have to like constantly remind myself that what I'm naturally doing for people is not really a thing that comes easily. It's something that actually has to be taught to most people. And that is the reason why I can't why other people can't do for me what I do for them. It's frustrating though sometimes, because I just be like, why can't you get it? Why do I have to sit and explain everything? Why can't you just do the things that I do for you, for me? I think too, sometimes I question too if like how I am displaying myself. Like sometimes I feel like I wish I can see myself in like other people's eyes, because I would want to know. I know I just said that I don't like to, not that I don't like to, but it's frustrating to me sometimes to feel like I always have to teach and show someone how to like essentially like treat me, or how to like deal with me or whatever. But if I could see myself from somebody else's point of view, I would like to know, like, am I portraying myself in a different way? Because again, like I would consider myself the strong person, right? And so sometimes I wonder if like, because I'm considered strong and I feel like other people perceive me as a strong person, like what is it about me being a strong person to like other people indicates to them that I have it all together, or that I can take care of stuff for myself on my own without needing the help from other people. Like I want to know, I don't know if that makes sense, but like, because I don't know if I'm saying it in the right way, but like I would like to know, like, how am I being perceived or portrayed by in the eyes of someone else, to see like what is it, what characteristics am I like showing, or what is it that I'm doing that indicates to someone, or that could indicate to someone, oh, she's okay, she doesn't need help, or she'll figure it out, or she has like, there's nothing ever wrong with her. Right? Because I feel like for people to not really take the moment to like ask me certain, like, are you okay, or is there anything that I can do for you, or is there anything that you need from me, or you know what, I see you working hard, like you're doing a great job, if anybody haven't told you, like just like certain things like that, like I guess affirmations, or like just reassurance and things like that. Like for people to not naturally just do that to me, I want to know, like, how am I being portrayed in their eyes, or how am I being viewed in their eyes? Like what is it that I am doing or saying that indicates to them that I don't need those things? Because if I knew the things that I was portraying to other people that indicates that to them, like I want to know so I can change that so that I can give off a different indication sometimes. Because I just feel like that's the only explanation as to why people, and not just me, but for strong people in general, that would be like the only explanation as to why people don't support or help out the strong person within their lives. Like that strong person is because there has to be something that we do that indicates to other people that we don't need the help, right? Whether it be something as simple as just saying like, oh, I'm okay, I don't need help, like verbally saying stuff, or like physically portraying something. And it's like Brianna, well, why don't you just ask people? Duh, that's the easiest way. But I feel like I do try to ask people because I'm all about like self-improvement. Like these last 3 or 4, I think going on 5 years now, that's what like I feel like I've been on a journey of doing. It's just like self-discovery and growing and healing and transforming, all this good stuff. And so I feel like have asked people like certain things. Like I've asked people like, oh, how do you see me, or how do you view me, or how would you describe me? Like I've asked certain things from people to help me understand myself a little bit better. And I don't know, I feel like when I ask people, they give me like the generic answers. Like they don't go into specific details, or they try to be nice. That's another thing about being a strong person, or maybe this is not a strong person thing, maybe this is just a me thing, but I feel like people are scared to say certain things to me or express certain things to me, and I have no idea why, because I just feel like I'm the most understanding person, I feel like. And so I feel like you can literally tell me anything and I'm going to like, I would never judge. I'm going to like listen to what you have to say and like, you know, process it as much as I can to try to understand it. Like, I do well with criticism or reconstructive criticism. Like, I actually open that, like, because again, I'm on this like self-healing and self-improvement journey thing. So any type of feedback you tell me, I'm always going to be receptive to it, because I'm always going to want to like be better or improve or, you know, grow in any type of way. And so I feel like people sometimes are like scared to tell me certain things. I don't know if they feel like they're gonna hurt my feelings, or they're like scared of how I may respond or react, because I feel like I can ask people, what is it that I do or say that may portray to you or indicate to you that I don't need help, or but I don't know. I don't feel like I would get a direct answer or like a very clear thought out answer from people, because I just feel like they won't tell me exactly what I need to hear. I feel like people tell me what I want to hear, but sometimes they don't always tell me what I need to hear. And that's also very frustrating, because I feel like I need for people to tell me what I need to hear, not what I want to hear. And I want to like make sure I clarify that like the people I have around me are very supportive, very good people. They're not bad people at all. They are very supportive. They're just supportive in other ways. I don't feel like they are supportive in the ways that I need to be supportive, but they're very supportive in other ways. And I don't feel like they are not supportive in the way that I need to be supported because they just don't support that way. I feel like it's because they don't know that I need to be supported in the ways that I need to be supported. And that's my issue, because it takes me back to, again, I don't want to have to keep explaining to people how to like support me or how to do this. Sometimes I just feel like, or sometimes I just wish that just somebody just knew how to do it. And I guess that's not like the fault of the people that I have around me. That's not their fault at all. Again, it's just something where I have to realize that like not everybody is like me. That is a skill set that I have, that I naturally have, that comes easily to me, that I don't have to think about, that I never been taught. It's just something that I've just done. And that's not something that is easy to other people. That's not something that comes naturally to other people, and I have to like keep reminding myself that. I also think it's harder for me to try to like explain to people how I need to be supported, or communicate to people how I need to be supported, because the ways that I need to be supported now it's so different from what I've ever needed. Like it's something that I've never ever needed. And before 3 or 4 years ago, before I started this like self-healing and stuff, it's honestly something that I wouldn't even want. Like I would, if someone would try to do it, I'd be like, stop, no, I don't need it, right? But now It's something that I've learned that I now need, and I think it would throw people off because people are so used to me being one way and not liking certain things. And like, I just feel like people know what I used to be, the person that I used to be, and the person that I'm becoming. Like, I'm learning the person that I'm becoming, and I'm now knowing the things that like the person that I'm becoming is needing. But like, to other people, when I express that to other people, it may come to a complete shock because it's just like so different, and it's like, I guess, just abnormal. Like, it's something that they're probably gonna have to take time getting used to because they're just not used to me needing the type of things that I need. Example, it's weird for me to, a person that I don't really like affection type of stuff. Like, I never used to like for people to touch me or the lovey-dovey stuff. It was something that I just never used to like. But now, new me, I kind of want that sometimes. Like, I want a hug, or I want you to say like the lovey-dovey stuff to me sometimes. I still have my moments, but now it's something that I like accept a little bit more. And so for me to go to like my peoples and be like, oh, can you give me a hug sometimes, or can you just hug me? Like, sometimes I just need a hug. To them, they're gonna be looking at me like, are you okay? What do you mean you need a hug? You don't like to be touched. Are you sure you want me to touch you? Like, I feel like stuff like that is just gonna be, it's just so weird to them. To me, that's just so natural. Like, you could see someone and be like, they need a hug. Or I could look at someone and be like, they probably need a hug right now. And I could just go give them a hug. And like, to me, that's like natural. Or if you see someone crying, I could see someone crying and I'd be like, they probably need a hug. And it's natural. Like, that comes natural to me. So when using that example, if I'm crying, most of my people are not going to look at me and be like, oh, she needs a hug, let me go give her a hug. Even though new me, that's what I would want. Like, I would probably want someone to just come and hug me. But like, my people, because they're not used to me needing that, they're going to look at me crying and be like, oh, she'll be okay, just give her space. Like, you just have to leave her alone for a little bit and she'll be okay. And they're just gonna walk away from me, and they're not gonna like they're just gonna leave me alone. And that's frustrating. That is so frustrating and so annoying, because like, why would you think that I need to be alone? But then at the same time, like, I get it, I understand, because that's how I used to be. But little stuff like that. But that's what I mean when I'm like, the people don't know really how to like support me in the ways that I need to be supported now, current day. And so, I don't know. That's just, I told you I had to vent. I had to let stuff out. This is what all I had to let out. I feel a lot better now. I don't know. I guess my key takeaway from this would be, for anybody who knows a strong person or have a strong person in their life that you go to all the time, who kind of like portrays to you or indicates to you that, you know, they have it all figured out or whatever. I don't know, I guess kind of be mindful of those people. Like, they're people just like you. They have feelings just like you. And just because they don't always express them or show them does not mean that they don't have them. Watch out for those people. I definitely feel like you need to pay closer attention to the strong people, because honestly, y'all, us strong people, I feel like we be needed the most help. We're the ones who need the most saving sometimes, because we handle so many other people's burdens and feelings and emotions on top of our own. Like, that literally is a lot to handle. And so if you know a strong person, they're probably not going to say straight off the back, I need help, or this is a lot for me. They're not going to verbally tell you sometimes, but they need it. They absolutely need it. And so I feel like, you know, do something small. Take this video, take what I'm saying, and I don't know, do something thoughtful for your strong friend or that strong person in your life. It doesn't have to be a whole lot. Something as little as like saying, hey, I see you, you're doing great. Or just, reaffirming them that like they're a good person, or how much they've done for you, or how much they mean to you. Like, do things or tell them things that makes them feel appreciated, that makes them feel valued, that makes them feel like all that they're doing is worth it, is making a difference, has some type of an impact. So that way it kind of like, it's still going to be a lot for them to handle, but it gives them a little bit more of a push or a thrive, or like just a reasoning as to why they're doing everything. It makes them feel a little bit better. At least I know for me, like if I had people who would say like, because you are so like a good listener or whatever, you like really provide me a safe space or a comfort, and you make me feel this way, you make me feel that way, whatever the case may be. To me, I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna be like, okay, this is a lot, but it's doing something good for someone else, and I like that, so I'm gonna want to keep doing it, right? So words of affirmation helps. I don't know, if you see them working all day long and you notice they didn't eat, go buy them something to eat. I'm sure they're not gonna turn down food, Be like, I was thinking of you today, or I've been watching you and I've noticed I have not seen you put anything to eat in your system. Here, you don't have to worry about finding the time to go find you something to eat or to go make dinner or whatever. Here it is for you. Like, just take some of the load off of them without like asking, because they're not gonna tell you. And if you ask them what they need, they're probably still not going to tell you. And so you just have to be a little bit more observant and kind of just like do. Like, acts of service is what the strong people need. Like, sometimes you just need to do for them. But if you could take anything from this video, I would say to be more conscious and pay more attention to your close friends or strong friends. And for the strong people out there, all my strong people, take from this, we don't have to do everything. I know it's in our natures to do so, but like, it's gonna come to a point in time where like we're gonna get tired of doing it. And if we don't if it doesn't reach to that point where we get tired of doing it, it's gonna come to a point where like it's gonna consume us, it's gonna take over us, it's gonna take us out before we even realize that we're tired of it, or it's too much or whatever, or we don't want to do it anymore. Like I've come to, like I realized I don't want to do it anymore. And so before it gets to that point, before it consumes you or consumes us, before it takes us out, before it gets worse than what it may already feel like, let's start practicing or implementing things that's gonna help us, relieve us some of that pressure. Let's be more receptive, or start being more receptive and open and willing to let people help us. Let's work on trying to be more vocal about what we need to people. And if we can't like express it verbally, let's try physically indicate certain things. For instance, going back to like the crying example, like if we're crying about something and we're upset and we notice that other people just don't come naturally give us a hug and comfort us in that way, let's go hug someone else. let us make physical changes and approaches to indicate to other people that that is something that we need, right? Because it comes naturally to us to do for other people, but again, we just have a special skill. Like, we're just special and unique in that way. And not to make it seem like anybody is not unique. Everybody else is not unique or special, but They just need to be taught the things that come naturally to us. And so we got to teach them. I know it's exhausting trying to teach people all the time. We just want them to do for us. But if we can't verbally express it to where they can just do for us, we just got to teach them. We got to teach them and hope that they are good learners and that they can start, giving us what we need. And yeah, if they're not, I mean, after you've taught them and they haven't learned, you might just have to get rid of them and find a new group of people. I want to incorporate something new in my videos nowadays. I have a motto that I made up and I go by on a daily basis, but it is stay young, keep learning, you're always growing. And what that means to me is that, like, no matter how old we get, we're as young as we want to be. We're as young as we say that we are. We're as young as we feel. And that age is just a number. It really doesn't define us. It doesn't. If you are 65 years old, you don't have to look 65 years old. You don't have to feel 65 years old. If you are 20-something years old, like, you don't have to look or feel 20-something years old, right? It's just a number. We are as young as we say we are. We are as young as we feel. And so I encourage everybody to stay young, because no matter how old you get, you can be as young as you want, right? Keep learning. There's nothing more better than, like, just to keep learning. I feel like the more you learn, the wiser you become, the smarter you become, the more aware of any and everything that you become. Like, learning cannot harm you. The more you know, the better. So encourage everyone to keep learning about any and everything. Whatever sparks some interest to you, research it, learn about it, get to know whatever that is. And then last thing is just to keep growing, like, keep improving, keep developing, keep evolving. Like, don't stay the same. Don't stay complacent. Don't get too comfortable. Like, keep expanding, because we can be and grow into so much. It's, like, amazing. It's actually kind of crazy. And so I just want to motivate people to, like, keep growing. That is my motto that I like to go by and that I am sharing with you all. And at the end of every video, I want to remind you guys to stay young, keep learning, you're always growing. On that note, we're gonna cheers. I am not gonna take this drink though, so I'm just holding up the glass just for the aesthetic. But we're gonna cheers to the strong people in our lives, or if you're that strong person, we're cheering to us, because we are great, we do a lot, and we provide a lot of value to other people. We are important. Like, we matter, okay? We are appreciated. We should be appreciated. And so cheers to the strong people. Cheers to us. And yeah, thank you guys all so much for watching, listening to me rant. And again, I hope that you take something positive from this video. And as always, I will see you guys in my next video.